Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Kicking It 316. On tonight's show, we'll start off as usual with our Kick It or Pass It portion of the show. That's where we highlight some kicks that are getting ready to release. We give you our opinion on them. Then we're going to slide to the It portion. We got a lot to discuss. We're going to talk about reopening. Some churches have already reopened. We're going to look at the Olympic situation. Is it Olympic drama or Olympics bias? Then also a portion of the show called Make Room, where we're going to look at ESPN's Raquel Nichols. And then lastly, 22 and a half years, is that enough? And then also a couple memorials. We live, Kicking It 316. Yo, can I just say, man, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. So it seems. Yeah,
Man, I
man.
don't see you, man. Where you at, man? I'm just looking at myself, man. Where my partner at, man?
You don't see me? I'm just the voice in the air. I'm the voice in the cloud.
That's there.
What's going on? Listen, it's been so long. I forgot how to use this thing.
There go, Gio.
Yo, it's been a whole lot. It's been a whole lot. What's going on with you, man?
It's been a whole month. This light is hitting my shirt. I'm looking like like one of them old camp meeting.
Yeah, you look like you look like you're going to the Caribbean, fam. Like you're about to go on vacation.
got my under tee showing, man. What's going on there, man?
This is crazy. Man, what is good? People are chiming in. We got some visitors. We got some friends and visitors.
Chat, man. I gotta get in this chat. See what's going on here, man.
Sedona Mertilus, that's a Haitian name. Welcome. So we just want to invite everybody on, send a friend in, invite, share, subscribe, do all of the good things. We're going to get to that in a second, but primarily we want you to tell your people Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. We are back in the house, and tonight we've got a good show. Listen, I don't say this just because my boy put it together. Listen to me when I say this to you. We have got a immaculate show. You don't want to miss out. You want to hold on. We got a lot of drama or bias. We got a lot of thought-provoking content that we want to talk about. Hey, what's going on, Everson, pastor down there in Central States? He says, Shay dressed like someone's uncle. Oh, shots fired.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Shots fired.
I could talk about them junior camp and that camp meeting when he was walking around them slides kicking dust. But we not gonna do that, man. But you're right, man. I got my see-through on tonight.
So we're gonna talk about church reopening. Some of us had church. I know. South Central, y'all are still trying to do virtual church, or we actually had in-person church. And I can't tell you, listen, bro, it was a dig, man. I had a tear come down my eye. I got emotional. We sang a doxology. Like, yo, I haven't sang that song in like a whole year. So it was dope. We had a good time, and we're gonna get into it. Sedona says she's waiting for next week. Everton says let him slide. Let him slide. I don't know.
It's all love, man.
It's all love. So let's go ahead and let's share. Let's get some people on. Man, we're waiting for folks to come on.
Can I just say, man, it's been so long, man. I'm having difficulty navigating through this thing, man. This thing.
Yeah.
But it's good to be back, man. We got, like Gio said, we got a lot to discuss. We got to get caught up, man.
Listen, I didn't even think we were going to have I didn't even know we would have a show tonight. I thought Hurricane Elsa was going to come in and set things down.
Right.
But they said it was going to be a hurricane. It was going to, the storm was going to hit early today. And so, early today it was sunshine. It rained a little bit. And now I'm looking outside. It's raining a little bit, but no hurricane. So, we're blessed here in Florida. It used to be that we would get hit by storms, but we're not getting hit as much as the usual. So, Maestro, the floor is yours, man. Let me get on out of your way and let me produce Do your thing, bro.
Sure. Please, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button. We're going to go ahead and dive into our kick it or pass it portion of the show. All right, up first. This is a Nike women's dunk low orange laser. That's a lot of names.
That's a lot of words.
It's a lot of wording, man.
It's a lot of words for just a show. for just a shoe.
But just an orange dunk. All they had to do was say Nike orange dunk.
Bro, we were saying this in a pre-production. Like Nike's killing it with these oranges. Like, what's up?
They own it heavy. Like they own it heavy.
Real heavy. Right. So what's your take on this one? Are you kicking it or are you gonna pass it?
Yeah, this would be something that I would purchase solely to flip. I mean, I don't have anything to go with that, and that's kind of why I buy shoes, because I want to wear them with outfits and hats. That orange is just a different orange. I'm good. I'll buy it to make money, but that's about it. Let me give just a little information on the shoe. This shoe is going to drop on the 8th of July, 9 a.m., $100. That's not a bad price point. Sizes, this is a women's shoes, but fellas, if you wear a 10.5 or smaller, you'll be able to find a woman's shoe your size. So Gio, what you think, man? I see some thumbs up.
No, mostly thumbs down.
You're not feeling it.
Yeah, some people are. One person is feeling it. Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm not buying these shoes. Even if I could get those shoes, I wouldn't buy the shoes. I'm just over the orange. I'm just over the orange. I've bought 2 shoes from Nike this year, and it seems that they were all orange. Like they were all orange. My the Air Max joint, right? And the ones we'll show today, there's nothing but orange. Like I don't know what's happening, and I'm over it as well. So I'm not buying the shoes. Not even
it's a pass, huh?
It's a cold. It's no look pass. I'm not even messing with it.
Chris Paul, CP3.
I'm Chris Paul in it like this. Like this.
Hey man, I respect it. I'm not even gonna push back on this one, man. I feel you, but for those who have some time on the 8th at around 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern time, if you got some time on your hand and $100 on hand, go ahead and shoot your shot on this shoe. You're gonna be able to make money off of it. I can't say how much, but it's definitely dunks. They just go. They go.
That's real. That's real.
That
is real.
All right, so let's slide. Let's slide to these Nike Air Max 90s. We got 2 pairs of shoes. It's like a brother and sister combination, of 2 brothers or 2 sisters. It don't matter, siblings. We got the white polka and the shimmer polka. All right, the white polka and the shimmer. All right, man. Gio, what you think, man? You feeling these?
Polka, no. I'm not doing any polka, not white or shimmer. The shimmer might have an upper hand. Like if I was rating the 2 shoes, and I know that's not the question that has been asked of me. If I was rating the 2 shoes, out of those 2, definitely the shimmer gets it. The white joint, I'm not feeling it at all. It looks like this is the shoe that's going through puberty, you know. All the little dots, all the little pimples on it. I don't know. I'm good with it for right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say this is a bounce pass. You're not catching the whole puberty.
Okay,
yeah,
I see you.
It's a little bounce pass.
I see.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for me, the shimmer. I'm rocking the shimmers. I don't like the white polkas, the bottom. I think they went with that gum bottom. I don't understand why they did that. They should have just went with the clear. But I'll rock those. I'll rock those white. I mean those shimmers.
The white one or the shimmers?
The shimmers.
Yeah,
the shimmers.
I like this. It reminds me of the wholesale colorway, right?
Yeah,
so they're dope. I mean,
I'm about that.
If I had to choose, it'd be that one. But I don't know. I don't know.
I really got an under t-shirt. You said what I forgot. What's up, Kirsten? What's up? Glad
Listen,
we're back.
folk are feeling it, man. Shay, man, it's okay. Nobody sweating, man. They seen that that's the fresh shirt you got
I feel
on.
like I'm going to. I feel like I'm going to camp meeting, man.
Bro, you straight. You're straight.
I'm gonna go
You know what I'm
change, man.
saying?
I'll be back. No,
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You good, man. You're good.
all right,
You're
cool.
good.
All right, so yeah, I'll rock those shimmers, man. I'll rock those shimmers. Rashid says the white look cream on. I feel you though, because that's what I was
Let me
looking.
put
I
it
was
back
looking
up.
at that gray, and I'm like, something about that just ain't really. Where's the bottom come in at? It's not really a match for me, man. But
it was a well thought out shoe.
Right.
Let's just say it wasn't that well thought out.
right,
But not these, huh? These next ones here.
let's go. Roll them out. What we got here?
The Air Jordan 3 Laser Blur, as they say in French, blur. You know, I'm becoming a fan of threes. I don't know why. I used to just hate them so bad. But these here with the cement joints,
Say
my
it
God.
again. These what? Say that. These
Here.
I like
That's
that.
a Florida, man. That's
I
a Florida
like that.
coming
I
at
like
me,
it.
man. This blood is on it, and I know you didn't ask me, and I don't care if you don't. I don't care that you don't ask me. I'm gonna tell you, I'm rocking these. I am so kicking those.
Okay.
Like, bro, like I gotta go. I gotta go to the missus and ask.
Is it worth getting in trouble with the missus? Is this the type of shit that you?
I'm gonna ask, and if it's a no, then it might be worth getting in trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
hold on.
listen, hold on. So she's getting ready to give birth. So I'm supposed to give her like a push present. Well, this is my push present. You feel me? Like I need a push present too.
Yeah,
you feel me?
I receive that. I receive that, man.
So
I'm with
this
you,
is
man.
a push present, and I get a push present, and everybody's happy.
Yo, man, you had me rolling. I'm not. Let me make sure I understand this completely. You're gonna ask. When she says no, you still gonna get it instead of just go ahead and get it without asking.
Yeah, Nestle was good, baby.
You only get in trouble one time.
Listen, AJ is a boss, and this has been a mantra. It's better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. So you're right.
Absolutely.
So let me not even ask for permission. So y'all gonna get me in trouble, because see what's gonna happen is when I'm out on the streets, whose house am I gonna live at? Right?
Trouble. I thought you were grown, man.
Nah, I am grown, but I am a husband too, to a wife.
I'm just kidding. Let me boost you up.
Hey, don't put a battery in my back. Don't do that. Don't send me.
I'm not gonna be there to help you, man. Listen, y'all. I see Pastor Rashid Taylor. He's in here, man. And I know he loves threes. I'm sure this might be even something he would kick, man. I don't have a single pair of threes. I'm at a point now where I won't say what I won't like when it comes to Jordan, because I said I wouldn't like ones, and now I got ones.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the shoe, man. I'm feeling the shoe. This is a shoe that I would kick. And the blue I can rock. I got some stuff I can do. I can go denim when it gets cool again. I can throw on the jean jacket. I mean,
yeah.
It's just so
this
much.
color here, you can flex with that all day long. Like even accidentally, you can put something together with these shoes. So yeah, man. So I guess everyone is saying they're kicking this one. I haven't seen not one person say they're not kicking it. So today, Croc kicks. You have redeemed yourself. You're 1 for 4.
Redeemed.
That's dope.
Redeemed.
But yeah, man. These best shoes a couple of weeks ago.
Bro, them women's selections is the ones that you sent me.
Oh, don't do that. Hey, we're not gonna air a dirty laundry out on live. Let's not do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Big shout out, man, to Ted, man. We see you in the comment section, man. We know you get busy.
Housewarming, house guests,
holding it down. Yeah. But we see you in the comment section, keeping the comment section live, keeping it lit. And also KP, he got 4 kids. So when he
I'm almost there. KP, I'm almost there, baby. I'm
so we understand, man. When you're able to get situated, he'll be in here also. What's up, Ansel, man? Good to see you. Carlos, what's good, everybody? Phyllis in the building. Huntsville's in the building. I see the Lou in the building.
Southeastern is in the building as well. Come on, don't do that. Say Southeastern. You can say that. You can say that word.
I just said Huntsville. Southeast is a whole conference.
Yeah, we hear deep. We hear
y'all
deep.
Here. I see you. All right, y'all. We've done the kick it or pass it. Let's get to the it, man. We had a big conversation about reopening. Some churches have already reopened. Some churches never closed. So let's just kind of have a brief conversation just about church, man. Gio, I know you all reopened on this past Sabbath. Man, how was it, man?
Bro, I said it earlier. I literally shed a tear. I'm not even lying to you. I'm like, this is not even. I mean, I don't know if I'm an emotional person. You tell me, I don't know. But
nah, bro, you're not. Your emotions are well in check, bro.
Yeah. But bro, it's something different, man. Like to be in a place with other people, to fellowship. So the thing about it is, we're as a pastor, I look at it from a different perspective, right? For me, the pandemic has been hard. Like we've worked harder in the pandemic than during regular church, right? Then the experience of having church online or virtual, that in and out of itself is very unbecoming, like something that you have to get used to. It's hard trying to effectively communicate the word of God through the camera. Like it's hard. And sometimes you're out there trying to preach your heart out, but you're reminded constantly that you're preaching to a camera. And so to have the people there, I think was good. Black preaching is all about a conversation with your audience and the feedback. And that was awesome to have that. But just to see people that I hadn't seen in 15 months was priceless. The connection, you can reduplicate a lot of different things about church virtually. The one thing you can't duplicate, right? Not reduplicate, but duplicate is the feeling of being next to someone that is human, that has come to praise the same God as you. And I think that was dope to see the people there. And we had a good time. We had some new rules, some new norms that we put in place. And I think that it went well for me. Something additional happened. I was thinking that our virtual streaming numbers would come down, but they actually doubled this week. They actually doubled. I don't know how that happened, because
there were bots.
Yeah, you got people in the building. You're thinking, well, they're no longer watching. So that made me think that a lot of my members may not have been watching throughout the pandemic, right? And that we have accumulated an online presence, another church, basically, that are people who are not necessarily members of the physical church. So I thought that was kind of cool, just looking at that perspective.
Can I jump in here real quick? And because you're a pretty humble guy, when you want to be, right?
all the time.
But man, listen, man. I mean, you really did some things that I even took notes of, and we're going to implement some of them at First Church here in Huntsville. But one of the things I think that you didn't speak on, but I know you were you thought was very important, was when the folk came back, they didn't come back and see things the way they left.
Yeah, definitely.
So kind of talk about some of the additions that you all or changes you all made to the worship atmosphere, the physical plant, to kind of nurture in this new style.
Can I brag on my church for a little bit? Listen, I've got the bomb church. Let me put it out there. I sometimes you don't want to brag about what you got so that someone doesn't come and scoop it away. But I have a good church. I have a wonderful church. I have wonderful churches, right? But in particular, West Park had been closed for the entire time. And when I first got transferred to West Park, I was coming from a bigger church. I was an associate administrative pastor there, and we had just done a renovation. So, I had gone from a church where literally we were worshiping in a nice, fresh space to this new congregation where they had just bought a nice sized building, but they were in transition. And so the first Sabbath I got there, I realized that there was a need for some renovating.
Right.
And but that sale was hard. I mean, for 3.5 years trying to make that sale, it was hard, right? Because we hadn't planned the total renovation of the entire church. So it made no sense to do a freshening up of your immediate worship space for right now. But anyways, throughout the pandemic, things just opened up. The people became more amenable to it. We ended up renovating the entire sanctuary, brand new carpet, a new stage, we got new backdrop. Someone donated 20 well, they pledged 20,000 and donated 10,000 so far for technology. So we overhauled the technology, and we renovated the foyer, the bathrooms, the hallways. I mean, God has been good to us. So that the thing was, I know that people are going to be hesitant in coming back to begin with. So you wanted to give them something to kind of pique their curiosity. And what we did, we just renovated the joint, and so now people are eager to come. People are fighting to be there at the church to see how good it looks. And beloved, let me tell you, the joint looks classy. It looks beautiful. Yeah. And so I'm so thankful for the church for allowing us to make that happen.
Yes, sir, man. I think you all know over there in good old beautiful West Park, man, you all doing some amazing things. You all were active throughout the pandemic, and I believe churches who were active, pastors who were active, you had some presence. I believe you're going to reap the benefits of sowing those seeds, man. So I'm grateful for you, man. I'm excited for you. Listen, y'all, we're First Church. We're opening on the 17th of July. We're gonna make room for about 450 to 500 people. Oof. The church seats about 1,500. So we feel like we can slide in a third of the seating capacity and just try to blow the roof off of that joint. Listen, y'all don't want to miss this Sabbath, y'all. Listen,
I don't know.
Your boy might take a lap. Your boy, listen, I don't know how. Listen, take a lap.
Bro, I'm telling you, you're going to be emotional. I'm not even lying to you.
I know.
Seeing people see. So we had 100 people. Our max is your minimum, right? But we had 100 folk in the church. That was the max that we set out, and so that was. I can only imagine 500 folk, bro. It's going to be beautiful, man. It's going to be beautiful. It's a different kind of phrase, because also you have to keep in mind some people that on the last Sabbath are no longer here on this first Sabbath, right? There's some people that were lost, whether it was to COVID or whatever the case was, and we weren't even able to funeralize them properly, right? Zoom funerals and so on and so forth. And so, bro, I'm telling you, when you see the people. Even though you can't hug nobody, you might be able to do an air hug or air high five, whatever the case is. It's going to be beautiful, and I'm excited for you, man. I might just fly out to be one of the 500 people in the audience. We'll see what happens.
Well, that's not going to happen. You about to have a whole baby, because you can't leave. You can't leave. Pastor Crockett, one of the coolest pastors I know. Oh, that's what's up, Marissa. I thank you for that.
She must not know. She must not know me. She must not know me.
Marissa, you all right with me?
Yeah. Let me stop.
Good memories there. Sweet as can be. All right, what a special day it will be. Absolutely, man. Olympics. Yes, we're opening up. Yes, Olympic drama or Olympic bias. Drama bias. Man, let's talk, man. What you think, man? What's going on with these Olympic Games, man?
Is ambivalent a word about it? I don't know if that's a correct word, but I'm in between, to be honest with you. I'm in between because on one hand, I do know that there are implicit biases that people have. And I don't know what the makeup of the International Olympic Committee is, if truly African Americans, not just Black people, but African Americans, if they are represented on that platform, right? Because the African diaspora, and culturally speaking, you can go from very conservative all the way to very progressive, right? And so when you have, and I don't want to just say that without seeming to cast a wide net, but African Americans are more on the let me not just say what it was. Well, put it this way: I just hope that that committee represents just the black folk, but people of color who are culturally African American, right? And the reason I say that is because I feel as though there are certain things that rules that maybe not um, that are not going to do well with black people, right? So I'm not talking about the marijuana thing. The marijuana thing is one aspect, but there's this other young lady who is on a swimming team, and well, it wasn't her, but there's a company who came up with a swimming cap for African Americans, right, with people with natural hair. And it was deemed, it was rejected, right? And so I'm trying to figure out who sits on these committees to view these these items and to make decisions.
Well, we know who don't.
We know who don't. Yeah, so that's basically what I want to say. I don't think we sit on those committees, and for me, it's less drama but more biases, because unless you put proper representation, you can't really call it drama. I think it is bias.
Yeah. I'm rocking with what you said, man. A lot of biases, man, and I mean, and then I saw a comment where somebody said, like, if you're an elite swimmer, it wouldn't make a difference. First of all, you are elite. You made it to the Olympics. Yeah, we see you.
I'm the humblest person you know. Let me stop.
Right. But you're elite. You made it to the Olympics. What do you even? There's no need for these backhanded little sly remarks. Very disrespectful, and it just kind of just goes to show, like our parents taught us from an early age, you just got to work harder.
Yeah,
you got to be stronger, you got to be faster, you got to be smarter. You kind of got to, you're not just racing against yourself or those around you. You're racing against systems and biases. You just got to be built differently.
For sure.
And that's part of the reason why. We just continue to shine, because from an early age, we've had to do above and beyond what our counterparts have had to do. It's just the reality of it.
Let me give you this example of what you're saying in real time. Like, literally, people who are born with iPhones, right, and they have phone numbers registered in their phones, they don't have to work as hard as that person who was born before the cell phone, right? That had to memorize every number by tone, by whatever, however they used to memorize them. They memorize numbers. Like, I remember I had a friend, I'm not going to say his name, but he was at Oakwood with me.
Put it out there.
And his screen was broken, but that brother knew every number. I'm talking about Gates. Gates knew every number off top of his head. Like, his screen was broken, but he'd be able to call you, right? Because he memorized it. He made it a point to memorize the phone numbers, right? And I think that the same is true for African Americans or people of color. We're always taught to do more because we have less, right? So because we have less, we have to get acclimated to doing more, right? So that we can bridge the gap. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think hard work pays off, and I'm thankful for the hard work, because at the end of the day, it allows you to stand out amongst your peers. But in this case, this young lady, Miss Richardson, I think that situation, she apologized. She said that she was wrong. She was coping with the marijuana. There's a whole swath of history of people in that community, in our community, who say that that's how they cope, right? So that's not something, I don't know if it's been studied, but that's what I hear. But on the flip side, that they made that national news, and literally at the same time or a week before, there was another young lady. This time she was white, and she tested positive for steroids, right? And they swept that under the carpet. Nobody heard about it. Yes, she was disqualified for the next 4 years, but at the same time, that didn't even make your evening news, right? And her excuse was something like she ate a pork sandwich. So I'm saying this to say that even though one person was Miss Richardson is not able to run her race, the race that she is famous for, but she wants to run the race. The issue is not her ability to participate. I think for me, the issue was how it made her situation national headline, right? And someone else, their story got swept under the rug. And I don't think that's I don't think that's accidental. I do think that is intentional. So that's just my that's my 2 cents.
I think you're spot on. I'll go a little further and step into some of this murky water, and I would say, man, I really wish she had smoked that weed, man. I really do, man.
Yeah.
I'm not judging, I'm not condoning, I'm not condemning rather anybody or anything in this segment, or in general. Man, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, who are the people who are with you, surrounding you? Like, I understand she was vulnerable, but who's around you? Like,
who's your people?
I need some people, man, when I'm feeling like that. And, I just want to, just mess up or, just take a step back or whatever. I just need my peoples, man, to be like, nah, not you, not gonna happen, man.
Well, we talked about that. Everyone needs to have an accountability circle. Like, we have one, and I'm so thankful that you're part of mine. Like, literally, there are times where the things, that thoughts in my head, they say, "Nah, don't do that." Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're accountable to each other, and we keep it 100. We keep it real, so that because we want to see each other succeed. And I think so many times athletes have too many yes men in yes or yes women in their circles, right? You can't have that. You can't have that.
Yeah. I remember, man. I hope my mom's not on here. I'm grown. I'm grown now.
Mama Crockett, he said he's grown. Go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
I remember one Friday night, man, I went to church. Well, I told my parents I was going to go to Bible study. But in actuality, I went to a high school football game. It's first and last time I ever did that. But when I got there, man, I thought everybody, some of my basketball teammates were there, and our football team was really good. That year, we were second in the nation. It's my first football game ever on Friday night. So I pull up, I'm going in the stands. I'm thinking everybody's finna welcome me, right? Like, yo, Croc, man, you made it, man. What's good? Nah, my peoples was like, man, what are you doing here? Like, isn't this your Sabbath? And they made it so awkward, so uncomfortable to me that I left. And I think we need people who won't just go along for the ride, but when you're stepping in a position or down a path that is counter to who you are, they won't hesitate to call you out.
Yeah.
Like, too many people are worried. I mean, if I could just take a side step for a split second, excuse me. Just like the Deontay Wilder fight with Fury. Like, he done fired his corner man because they threw in a towel. Like, no, brother, they was trying to save your life, and you don't fire them.
Yeah,
you need people who don't even mind if you say, "I'm not going to be your friend anymore."
But bro, this is what it is.
Right for you.
The human reality is we don't like to be corrected. Like, we don't want to, especially if you feel like you're in a position of power, right? And so, this how many people we know who were on an ascent in their career, but because of some bad mistakes, they have blown their one and only opportunity at greatness, right? You look at Jay Williams. What are you doing? Getting on a motorcycle, right? Right? Like, literally, you could be the rookie of the year. You can be one of the greatest point guards to ever play, but we will never know because he blew out his knee doing tricks on a motorcycle. Where were your boys? You know what I mean? And so I don't know. I just feel as though everyone needs an accountability partner. It could be a prayer group. It could be friends. It could be your colleagues. It could be family members. But someone has got to be able to look you in the face and tell you, Florimon, you are wilding or you're going the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, people who critique you with love are people that want to see you succeed. And you know, that's what I'm looking for in my concentric circle. So y'all can critique me. It doesn't bother me. It makes me stronger. it makes me better. Yo, we got a boy KP.
What's up?
It was good, y'all. Just got off vacation, man. Everything is moving slower. So
you still on West Coast time. I don't know what's going on with you, man. You're looking good though. You're looking like you got a little tan. You know?
Yeah, man.
It don't take much. It don't take much. You know, New York, the New York skin, man. You know, it's really delicate, man. It's really delicate, man.
Yeah.
Mercy.
So we were talking about we got off the trap. We're talking about Olympic drama, or was it bias, right? Dealing with the whole, what we've been seeing in terms of what's happening in the Olympics thus far. You want to chime in or?
Yeah, man. Y'all already talked about the anthem and turn away.
We didn't do the anthem turn away. You can hit that. Mm-hmm.
No, y'all got it, man. I'm just trying to figure out where we at. My bad.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Should you participate in? Should you represent your country if you're not going to? I don't want to say respect. Should you represent a country if you're not going to honor their national anthem?
Yeah, man. I'm probably gonna, you know me. I think you shouldn't, man. I'm just gonna be real. I feel like we do this thing where we try so hard to be a part of everything. We want to be accepted so badly, and I get it. I'm not saying that any wrongs done to our community and whatnot. I'm not saying none of that stuff is legit. But what I'm saying is, there is drawing attention to stuff, and then there's changing stuff. You know what I mean? And I just feel like everybody wants to be what do you call it? Everybody wants to be an activist, but nobody wants to do anything, like to actually do something. This will get you some likes. Turning off to the side, turning your back. You'll have the picture frozen in time from way back in the last Olympics. Fists raised in the air. I mean, it's gonna last for forever. But it's never going to change anything. And I'm gonna drop this on y'all, and then y'all can comment on it, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so glad I got it right on time. I was talking to Wifey, and I was saying, what if we threw a monkey wrench as people of color in the whole Olympics joint? All right, now hear me out. I know. Hear me out, y'all. Do not. If you're fast, if you could compete. This girl finished third. If you can do your thing, how about you don't compete for the U.S.? Like, how about you compete for somebody else? Haiti. And I know that's gonna, destroy the rules and whatnot. But everybody's into DNA testing. Some people, have traced their ancestry back to Ghana, West Africa, Benin, Togo, Nigeria. All these different places. Myself, I go that far back too. But my family, they're from Jamaica. So I'm just saying, what happens if you say, look, I'm not with the U.S. They don't stand for my people. I don't like the way we've been treated. Let me hit up, George, let me hit up Haiti and say, Haiti, let me run for you. Let me do the shot put for you. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they got to bend some rules, in order to accept you as a participant. But if you look at major sports across the world, look at even soccer. Some of the best soccer players in the world are players of color. And look at these countries that, probably wouldn't stand a chance in the World Cup making it far because they got guys like Drogba on their team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what happens when all those athletes say, well, let me go back and play for, my original country where you ripped me from? You know what I'm saying? What if I go back there and I do the shot put for them? Now I make noise. And look at the U.S. I was watching the 4x1 international relay, I think it was 2017, 19, something, where the U.S. ran against Jamaica. And, I'm watching it, Jamaica places first, the U.S. places second, Russia places third, Nigeria places fifth. So 3 of the top teams in that joint are outside of Nigeria, and you still got Great Britain, but all the runners for all these countries are people of color.
Yeah, I was saying same thing for soccer. Like you talked about soccer, France's team is Africans and people from French Caribbean. Like definitely what you're saying is true, and I want to you're not throwing a monkey wrench. What you're saying is actually on point. I want to go conspiracy for just 2 seconds if I can. Do you think that's why your boy's not playing for the U.S. Basketball team this year?
Who's that?
By your boy, I'm talking about LeBron.
There's a lot of that. Yeah. There's a lot of people not playing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I think a lot of guys are tired. They may be tired from going straight from the bubble into this new season. I think LeBron is thinking about. He still has that dream of one day playing with his boy in the NBA or something. But I think he may just be trying to get some rest.
Yeah. Okay, so you think it's rest? I was thinking it was. I thought from day one. I thought it wasn't rest. I thought it was more so. Rest is the excuse because it doesn't hit his bottom line. But at the end of the day, I think it's like, yo, I'm not gonna lace up and take chances with my body for a country that does not represent me. But I haven't talked to LeBron in a long time, so I don't know if that's true. I'm not putting words in his mouth, but
if I could chime in, I would say that definitely would shake things up. I think some of the challenges you may face is coming back to the U.S. Being marked a traitor in essence.
So? You marked anyway. I'm saying that. I mean, if the argument is that as people of color, we already marked, we already got targets on our back. Who cares? This is another target, bro.
Yeah. If I could finish. No, I'm not. I mean, I'm not worried about people saying things, but this is a very hateful country that we live in. And I don't know, how evil some. I don't know. You might just put a target on your back if you do that, and you come back and just try and walk throughout society. After especially you win gold, like they're gonna be big mad. Like you better be ready. Like you better think this thing out and think it all the way through. But you would have to win gold.
You would have to win gold for them. I don't think they'll be big mad if you came third or didn't win or place.
I mean, but just understand what you're saying, though.
No, but you're right. Croc is right.
They went in on Cap for taking a knee.
Yeah, you not lying.
So you gonna put on another country's joint and then run around with their flag?
But it happens. It happens all the time for basketball. Well, some of these guys that don't get selected on the U.S. team, they
that's the second. That's the second, third best. We talking about taking the best of the best and winning. I'm not saying not to do it. I'm just saying think that thing out. Think that thing.
Yeah, no. I think you for sure, especially with all the tensions in our country, stemming from even right before the last election. People were throwing around the word civil war, and people have fought over less. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
but it'll shake it up. It'll shake it up.
But I'm saying, just imagine.
What's Naomi Osaka? Is that her name?
See, I was gonna bring that up, bro.
She played for
Japan.
She played for Japan. Yeah.
That's my thing too. And she Haitian. Yeah, come on, dog. Come on, bro.
Yeah, but maybe the Haitian team is not. People still want to win.
She took some hits on that. She took some hits on that too.
She took a little bit. Hit. See, the reality is too, when she go back to Japan, she not of the kind of hue that's widely accepted if she wasn't a tennis star. So, but let me say, man, we got to get to the point where we're
willing. If you're gonna make a statement, make a statement.
Yeah, let's do it.
But let me say this again: people are making statements, but they still have the bottom line. Like these guys, they're worried about their endorsement.
They worried about that
bag.
Everybody did it, man. Imagine if in one Olympics, Allison Felix. I mean, everybody from top to bottom was just like, all right, I'm gonna go run for Nigeria. Okay, I'm gonna go run for Ghana.
But that's the problem. I'm gonna say this. I watched this movie. Man, I forget the name of it. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about it. But basically, there's certain rules set in place that the people who set the rules know that those who play in the game, even though they quite could possibly rewrite the rules for themselves, are not able to because of fear. And at the end of the day, those who write the rules always win, right? So that was the essence of what I was watching, and I think that's the same thing for this. Like even if we were able to shake it up and do something like that, I think that, like Shay said, the repercussions might be physical danger, might be financial danger, or maybe some other stuff. So I at the end of the day, I think that the best way to do it is to stand on principle. If you feel a certain way, just don't participate, right? If I have to turn my back to the flag, every time that I win because I'm representing this country, don't participate, right? Yeah. Let someone else do it. Let them, stand on that podium or whatever.
If you're gonna do it, just go all the way out, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go all the way. Jamaica can have a bobsled team. You can represent somebody too.
I think because it's the Olympics, perhaps that's just not the time for it. But I don't know.
Olympics, whatever.
If you have that much beef about the US, I don't know if you can really run for it. I don't know.
But I mean, no. But I think what George is saying is good too, because imagine if all the top sprinters, you know what I'm saying, they make their money for sponsorships. The Olympics, I mean, if everybody say, yo, we're not running now, you go from the U.S. having a chance of finishing first to maybe we bring home a bunch of bronze medals as opposed to some gold medals. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that could definitely make a statement as well. Just don't do it. Don't participate.
Don't do it. Sit home.
Ain't nobody would know that. Well, I ain't gonna say nobody, but I do think, George, you're onto something. I think it's a combination when we're dealing with LeBron and some of the other NBA stars taking this time and not playing in the Olympics. I think they do need rest, and B, because of the climate, it's like I'm not going to risk more injury. The NBA don't care about me clearly because you didn't even give us time to
a shortened season. Yeah,
right? Yeah, but they put Black Lives Matter on the court though. So I mean, they must care about it.
Hey man, listen, you know how it go.
I love it.
And they gave us Juneteenth as a national
right. They gave y'all a holiday. Here's your holiday.
Talk about that. Right.
All right, bro.
Go barbecue again. Right. No respect, man.
Make room for everyone. Make room for everyone. Rachel Nichols and Maria Taylor. I'm not sure if you all have had opportunity to hear. Man, who recorded her?
No one recorded her. She was given an interview or something like that, and that she never turned off the camera.
So somebody found the tape later on.
It was all God. It was all God.
So she thought she could have that comfortable conversation. That listen, and this is what I'm so. Can
you lay it out for the people? They may not know it.
Okay, so Rachel Nichols is this young lady on the left. Not young. She's a little bit older. She's been in the game in terms of.
She's still young.
No, what I'm trying to lay it out. Can I lay it out? She is a pioneer in the game in terms of being a female, woman, anchor and reporter. She started off on the sidelines, and now she hosts a show. And anyone who knows, like, women hosting on ESPN now, like, it's probably 2 or 3. So it's a major thing. Champion. And she's on NBA TV, I think, now. But anyways, the issue was that ESPN basically pitted these two individuals against each other, right? They needed to make room for another minority, a black woman, to host the NBA Finals, and
Taylor.
Maria, which would have been Maria Taylor, the lady on the right, and basically, she got caught on the hot mic talking about how, they're not going to use her to give someone else a hand up to make her career. Basically, the long and short of it. Yeah. I don't know if you have more details than that.
Yeah, it was just ESPN is getting some pressure. And she was saying, Rachel was trying to say ESPN is getting some pressure to have another woman and some diversity, and they're giving in to this pressure. And Rachel wasn't feeling it.
Yeah. So, am I wrong? Was it somebody? It was a phone conversation, and it was recorded.
No, it was, bro. It was. She was giving.
She might have had a phone conversation.
No, bro.
The camera was still rolling.
Everything I read said it was a phone conversation that was recorded without her knowledge, unless
Well, I don't know.
I don't know if it was recorded without her knowledge, but it definitely was leaked without her authority.
Yeah. But the point is, forget whether or not it was leaked.
It's out there. It's out there.
No, it's not even the fact that it's out there. It's the fact that the conversation was had. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm saying that these conversations happen all the time. Someone said, if you're not invited to the dinner, you're on the menu, right? And many of us are never invited to the table. We're never invited to dinner. We're never invited when I say dinner, like to sit at those seats where decisions are made. We're never there. So these conversations, I don't think this is not an anomaly. I think this happens all the time. I think that as soon as a Black person, is put up for some kind of promotion, and they are the lone person, there's always some pushback, and that conversation never happens with you in the room. It never happens with you in the room. It's always when you're out of the room. And so I think that's what happened.
I know as humans, it's hard for us to forget what we hear. But I'm slow, and I'm not saying any of us are judging anybody, but I'm slow to judge somebody based upon what they say when they don't know they're being recorded.
Yeah.
Because I know personally, there are times when I've said some stuff, I just think, God, nobody heard my conversations or the thoughts in my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think the challenge is the same challenge we have in this current field that each of us work in. Is the same challenge that most people deal with, is that you fail to remember your breakthrough, that somebody looked out for you, that when you were breaking into this industry, there weren't a lot of women in this industry, and room was made for you.
Mm-hmm.
And now here it is, room needs to be made for more women of color. And you're unwilling.
I got a couple things to say.
To move aside for that. And each of us must remember that. I mean, we deal with this in ministry. You have, pastors who
should retire. Say it.
I'm not. That's not what I was going to say. But there's also some that probably should retire. But what I was going to say is that you have pastors who forgot that when they were my age or younger than me, they were pastoring large churches. Fast forward, now they're towards the end of their careers, and they still feel as though, not only should they pastor those large churches, but you're too young. You're not ready. But I'm like, hold on. You were 10 years younger than me when you pastored that church, right? So I just think we forget when it's us, we think that it's because we're so amazing, we're so gifted, we're so talented. When it's the next person, it's like, oh, they're just giving them a handout.
Yeah. So let me say this, man. First of all, and I'm gonna say it's gonna sound like it don't have nothing to do with it, but nobody has benefited more from the civil rights movement than white women. That's number one. Okay, so
especially affirmative action.
Yes, Shay. Yeah, exactly.
I'm with you.
Right. So so we do this thing. And I'm saying this for my quote unquote Black women out there who like to go in on their Black men. And they like to stand on this feminist fight. The feminist movement was not for you, boo. So let's just get that out there. So this is what happens when you expect that, just like Shay is saying, oh, they're gonna pull me up too. No, they're not gonna pull you up too, because you're not in their group. you're not one of them, man. And these are the moments where we got to find out that disappointing reality. But I will also say, because I'm with you, Croc. I like to err on the side of caution. I mean, all of us have said some stuff when we don't think anybody's listening. You know what I mean?
Real talk.
And so I'm gonna err on that side, and I'm gonna say this too. Sometimes it's not a person of color thing. People are just nasty, bro. Especially in the business world, especially when it comes to their career. I feel like everybody's gonna look out for themselves when it comes to, I mean, it's the NBA Finals. Am I on the sidelines? Am I the main? Am I hosting? You know what I'm saying? And in the workplace, I mean, even in an all Black workplace, I mean, I feel like people go at each other. Either way, I'm not, making it right. Not saying what she did was right. I'm just saying, we at the same time we got to kind of.
So I agree with you, KP. I don't think it's racist, but I think her true colors came out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about character, right? The Bible talks about out of the mouth, the abundance of the heart. Literally, literally, you can tell someone's character by how they speak, and not how they speak in public, but how they speak in private. And so for me, so many times we see these people on TV and we idolize them. Like I remember the first time I saw Barack Obama with a cigarette in his hand. I'm not talking about it. I never thought that he smoked. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't he's a president. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like because they were very careful about the narrative of him not being caught with a cigarette in his hand, right? But what I'm saying is,
careful about the narrative.
Yeah, so same thing with a lot of these people. You see them on TV and you think that they are one person, and then you hear something like this. And going back to what Croc Kicks was saying, that's the reason why I said that she was a pioneer. The reason why I said that she was a pioneer is because I'm thinking someone did it for you. Now you have the opportunity to do it for someone else and to raise the bar.
Right. Yeah, but see, that's the thing too. I mean, sometimes, especially I guess, no matter what arena you're in, it's we want to break the glass ceiling. But the reality is, thank you, Phyllis. Everybody out here doing their own thing, And if I break the glass ceiling, then I may come in and say, "Oh, I did it for everybody." But the reality is, everybody's just trying to do them, man. At the end of the day,
real talk.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
Yes,
Let's slide to this next one. 22 and a half years. Is that enough? Y'all talk to me. What you feel? Yeah. What do you feel? 22 and a half.
That's not my call.
Yeah.
Not your call.
The justice system, man.
I'll jump out there.
Justice system.
No, it's not enough. It's not enough for me. It's not.
What would have been enough?
What was the max?
I don't know.
30? Was it 30?
Is Albury still on? I don't know what the max was, but
I would have liked to see what black people get when they murder somebody. Life. I just think, man, it's good that we've gotten this far. But man, you killed somebody in broad daylight on television. And I'm sorry, like there's a reason why judges sometimes will kind of be lenient with minors and not lenient with adults. Like, you are the police. The standard has to be higher for you.
Yeah.
You're the one who is supposed to know the law, and you took the law into your own hands and you slowly, it was a slow death. He wasn't even a threat to you.
My God.
Mercy.
You killed this man in cold-blooded. And there's people who are doing 25 years for weed.
Or doing life for crack. Yep.
They're doing life for weed, for crack. No, that's not enough. That ain't enough for me. I'm sorry. It's a step, but it ain't enough. Keith said life without parole. Yeah, you killed this man in broad daylight. Yeah. Now, the others that stood by and didn't do anything, 2015, that's that range for them, 10, 20. But you killed the man?
I'm having a hard time with that, the second piece you just said. Because these are the guys, I mean, these guys woke up in the morning, they wasn't anticipating anything like this. And again, if you're on a scene, and I guess Chauvin is the superior officer, like, you know what I'm saying? I know they should be severely punished. I agree with that because a life was lost. Just like I don't think that a doctor who someone dies because of his negligence should ever be able to, be a doctor, practice medicine again. So I think that there are steps.
Oh, say that again.
Huh? Just like if a doctor, right? If someone dies in the doctor's care because of their negligence, not their negligence, right? They shouldn't. They shouldn't. I don't think they should practice medicine anymore. That's just me personally.
We'd be out of a lot of doctors.
Well, hey, I said provable negligence. Like someone, like there was this one guy.
Like they're drinking while.
They're drinking, or there's one
making a mistake. Yeah, I mean, a
mistake is different, but I said negligent, right? Okay. Like there was this one guy who was doing surgery, and he was on this hoverboard, like he was trying to show off for the gram, like stuff like that. Like, bro, you should not be practicing anymore. So, anyways, back to the main point. What I was trying to say is
that video. He gonna catch his hands.
This individual, these police officers were called to the scene. I'm not talking about Chauvin. I'm talking about the others, right? And so it's hard for me to say, they should get 20 years for just being there, right? I don't think they should be police officers anymore. And I do think an appropriate sentence should be given to them. But 20, I think that's going a little.
But people get 15 and 20 for riding in drive-bys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
This law got to be administered across the board the same.
Well, what about so what about the fact that he had a history of making bad decisions? He had a history of violence and all of that good stuff on the job. I mean, he had been reported.
Talking about Chauvin.
Right. So is there any liability for, his senior who puts him out there with some young guys, or you know what I'm saying? Or I mean, that pairs him up with, what about that?
Yeah, I think that's the challenge and why we see so many things being swept under the rug at times, because the blowback is so real. Like, you can just literally continue to go up the ladder and realize you really do need to defund the police. Like, if we really follow all of this and follow all these disciplinary reports. Go ahead.
I said, like, when you go from conference to union to division, and you just like, oh, okay, there's some duplication.
Yeah.
My God.
No, I'm messing around.
No, we joking.
They tell the truth.
I'm messing around.
The truth.
Yeah, I don't think 22 years was enough for him, and I think those police officers who did nothing as the crowd was begging them.
Yeah,
As an officer, rookie or not, at some point you have to look at what he was not following protocol. I'll take one for the team. Yeah, I mean, that's true. But man, this police culture
goes back to the culture. Yep.
It's deep. Like, you don't
that blue wall.
Yeah,
that blue line, right? Yes, sir. Yeah. All right. So I guess we all in agreement. We got two more. I said we're all in agreement that definitely 22.5 was not enough.
Yeah, not enough.
So we're coming to the end of the show, bro, and we want to while Keith is on, we want to make sure that we we honor some of our fallen, and there's actually a memorial concert happening to celebrate the life of Rodney. If you all remember, when Rodney was he died during the height of COVID. He didn't have COVID, but he died during that time, and as a result, there was not an appropriate funeral for him. Like, when I say appropriate, it was a nice funeral, beautiful funeral. But the caliber of person that Rodney was that he needed more than that. So I think his family had always wanted to do something greater, and this is them following up on it, and that's honorable. Like, listen, that they're going to make sure that their brother's memory is kept.
Man.
And so, yeah, man, that is a
I'm laughing. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm
laughing because I'm looking at his big hands, man, and this joker's hit me on my head so hard. With fresh shave. I had that fresh shave, Cam Mean shave, man. He just filed off and just hit me with the big old hands, man. Much love to you too, brother.
Listen, that first of all, that smile is not a smile of him happy right there. It's a mischievous smile. Like, something just happened, and he's looking for somebody to make eye contact to say, "Did you see what just happened?"
He probably played Super Mario.
He's doing something crazy. Yeah. So, virtual memorial concert, July 10th, 2021, 6 p.m. streaming on the Ephesus SDA Church YouTube page and Facebook Live. So you can please, everyone, if you get an opportunity to, let's show some love. I don't know, Keith, you're on. I don't know if there's going to be a collection taken or whatever the case is, but we want to make sure that his memory, because he has music that they actually already released an album, and I don't know if there's more to come. So let's just, if you know Rodney, if you knew Rodney, let's just do the best honor. What's so funny, on my Xbox, he's still his username profile is still on that joint from when he comes over to the house. So yeah, that's crazy. Yes, all right, and then one more memorial. We want to just keep the people in Surfside in our prayers. I mean, I don't know if you've heard, but on the 24th of June, half of a building came down, and literally right now there's 22 or 26 people have been found dead, and there's another 120 still unaccounted for. So we want to keep them in prayer, keep the entire community in prayer. Bro, like, we never know when your time is, and we need to be ready. I mean, that's what the Bible talks about, being ready, right? Being a wise virgin and not necessarily a foolish virgin. And so we want to be ready. So yeah,
absolutely.
That's like your third sermon tonight, bro.
I'm sorry, man.
You ready to get back in the building? You ready?
No, we was in the building. We was in the building last week, bro. This past Sabbath. This Sabbath coming is communion. Oh yes, it's communion. So we're gonna have a wonderful time. Communion time. Yeah. So yes, sir. So who's doing the 316?
We got a shoe share, man.
I got these fusion red
lemonade, a little raspberry lemonade.
I put the little yellow joints on, the orange. I'm colorblind, so these are some ones. I bought them before Father's Day. When they came in, my wife said, "Well, you just bought yourself your Father's Day present." So that's how that kind of went down.
I love it. Dope shoe, man. Is this something y'all would kick past? How y'all feel about this shoe?
Don't ask nobody how they feel about
initially,
shoe.
I said I would pass on that joint, but man, seeing it a little closer, it's dope.
And the leather is top notch on these, top notch leather.
All right, man. I got the 316 moment of the evening. Matthew 14:36 says, "And he took the 7 loaves and the fishes, and he gave thanks. He brake them and gave to his disciples, and the disciples then to the multitudes." Yeah, I think for us as believers, followers of Christ, man, when there are new challenges that happen in our lives, I get the worry, I get being afraid, but when something pops into your life a second time, a third time, and the previous times God showed up, like, it's time for us to no longer doubt what God can do. And I say that because this was not the first time that Jesus performed this type of miracle, but earlier he fed 5,000 with 5 loaves and 2 fish. So when you circle back around and you're getting ready to feed the multitude again, there really was no reason to doubt. So somebody, y'all facing the situation, it's the same situation you had last month. Same bill is circling around. And the same God that paid it last month, he gonna get you through this month. There's a college student, you stressing out about how you're going to clear. But last semester you cleared. The semester before that you cleared. You're going to clear. You're going to get through there. Hang in there, y'all. Whatever is before us, especially if God has brought us through the same thing previously, we just got to reach a point where we just lean and trust in him. And he's going to bring us through, man. So that's the word for today. If he did it before, he'll do it again.
Yes. All right. Anything, boss? KP? Kingdom Fit? Yo, I should have been caught me something. I saw a shade with the Kingdom Fit the other day.
I want the shirt. I want that shirt right there, though.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see the shirt. Let's put it online. Hold on.
Never look back. Never look back.
Oh, that's tough. Where can we get that, KP?
Nowhere. It's exclusive. DM me. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen, man. We're going to Kingdom Fit.
What are we at right now? Kingdom-fit. .company.site. That's what
you also on Instagram now, also at Kingdom Fit.
Yeah, that's why I started on Kingdom
Fit 962. Follow me on Instagram, Kingdom Fit 962.
It's the rock. All right, y'all.
Company.site.
Another show in the books, man. Thank you all for tuning in, viewing, liking, sharing. If you haven't liked and shared yet, please do so. We out.